The Cosmic Unity Temple Podcast, a new episode. Today we're talking about late summer. Sabina is laughing at me because this is the second time I'm starting.
Okay. Just had some good
Yes.
astrological events happening.
Yes. Well, we are here the way we are, and life keeps going. My lemonade, I was telling Sabina, turned into a lemonade pudding, and we're still going. That's all good. We have a lot of gratitude today for everything that's good in our life, and we try to set intention before our podcast so the energy kind of smooths out whatever was happening 5 minutes before we started. So lots of gratitude, and we're putting this in this big summer pot that we mentioned about in as Sabinka was talking about it in our Polish version of the podcast. Okay, so what's in a late summer? A late summer belongs to the earth element. This is the body prime moment to nourish its center, strengthen digestion, stabilize energy, and preparing for the season ahead. The key earth organs are spleen, stomach, and pancreas, which together transform food into chi and blood. I found something very interesting, and I was so excited that I have some information to share.
Nice. I'm excited to hear.
So,
Wow.
our digestive system, and I'm sure maybe some of us know that, but we don't think about it on a daily basis. And it's so close to my house because these are the symptoms that I have experienced. So if your digestive system organs are not working properly through the vessel, that name I don't remember because it's from Chinese, the
Yes.
old teachings, yeah, the old medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. Through the vessel, our reproductive system is connected with digestive system. There is organs that complement our digestive system, and those also are connected to reproductive system. So if you have issues with your digestion and your blood is not produced the way it's supposed to, you may also have issues like in a female cycles may be interrupted. Reproductive system may not work properly. So besides going up and down on a scale, you're going to go up and down in your moods and up and down in your cycles. So this was something that I was like, oh, that explains a lot.
That's interesting. So you mean, okay, so when we think about the digestive system, we eat good food and our body is supposed to take all the nutrients and vitamins and all that stuff and put it in the blood so it goes where it needs to go. So if it doesn't,
Right,
if it's not there, then we are becoming deficient in certain minerals and stuff, and that's what affects the
right.
movements. Yeah, makes sense. That's
So when you think about it, that big part of our body, that stomach, needs to break down the food. So the spleen can transform that into nutrients. And the pancreas helps regulate the blood sugar and digestive enzymes.
right.
Now that something that we call opposite organ, which are actually organs that complement the function of these organs, are adrenals, are thyroid, and pituitary. So there is regulation of hormones. There's the hormones tell that organ, hey, release these juices because this da 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 is happening. And if anything is interrupted in one or another, one is throwing the other off. So it's yeah. So I
Yeah,
was like,
it's complicated, but you gotta work on all of them, right?
yes. So I was laying in my bed at night. It was like over midnight. I couldn't sleep because my AC is not working. So I'm sweating and I'm like, oh, my body, thank you so much. You are so magical.
It is magical. I know it is magical.
It is. And
And you just
regardless of the shape, it's not about loving your body for the beautiful shape that it has. It's loving it because it's like that perfect machine that nobody will ever be able to copy. So don't
yes,
even try it.
I
Mhm.
agree. I agree. And you know what? Like I notice I'm a beginner gardener in this lifetime, and we have a garden. Was it like the fourth year?
Mhm.
And it's what's fascinating. And our body is the same, but we humans also have the mind, which sometimes tricks us and deprograms our original program of the body. But
Mhm.
when you look at the plants, like we have tomatoes and it looked like our the dirt in the boxes was not nourishing enough, and we didn't have all the stuff that it needed, and leaves were getting spots and this and that, and I'm like, okay. So I did some research, and you can make these teas, make like this compost kind of water. You just throw eggshells
Mhm.
and banana peels and whatnot, like even things that you eat into that water. It gets a little stinky, and then
Mhm.
you water your plants, and oh my God, within like 2, 3 days, I noticed that the leaves are looking better. And it's
Wow.
just fascinating. Like you give it what it needs and it takes it and it knows what to do with it. And our body works the same way, but we just have to do it. So like going to the thoughts when you were talking about the digestive system and breaking things down,
Yes.
here's where the mind is, if it doesn't know how to break things down, if it doesn't know how to understand things, and it's in the duality of this is right and this is wrong, and
Mhm.
you don't see any other options, and this is wrong, and you don't know how to get over that, you're affecting your digestive system and all the other organs. So
Yes,
that's
that's
important.
definitely it throws everything in a crazy spun, and our body internally is doing things that sometimes we don't understand. How come I'm eating so healthy and this is what's happening to me?
Mhm.
But if you didn't digest your thought and you threw it into your emotional body and your emotional body went out of whack, this is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there's a
That's
hidden black somewhere. So you're doing everything right, everything according to the book physically, but emotionally, if you're stuck with some trauma, something, you're blocking those nutrients. Like literally, you have like this information in yourself somewhere that says, I'm not enough.
yes.
And that you're not getting it. Like you're preventing yourself from getting the good that's coming your way. Like you said that one day, the gates are closed, my people.
The gates
You
are
gotta
closed.
open the
Yeah.
gates. So if you're in the situation, yeah, that's what you gotta think. You gotta dig deeper. Okay, why am I blocking? Okay, is it because my mom, let's say when I was young, I was doing something that she didn't like, and she said, "You will not get this toy because you didn't blah blah." For example, that might be a little
Mhm.
program. But yeah, so like you mentioned, we are kind of basing this whole physical organ stuff on the Chinese
Mhm.
traditional medicine. And during summer, these are the ones that are being um, what's what I want to say, like they're getting more energy during the summer. So it's a
Right.
good time to work with them, to detox them, give them more nutrition.
Pay
Yeah.
attention to what you are doing. Like digestive system is the late summer and preparation for the fall for the fruits. So when we digesting in our mind, why are we digesting? Because we want to create something, some sort of result, right? Even if we digesting the emotion, right? But we still are looking for the end result, meaning understanding why this emotion is there. And awareness plays a big role here in not just digesting emotions and thoughts, but also in a physical body, what we are putting in and what is this supposed to support in us. Because we got used to just putting things in the mouth because that's what we have on a plate, regardless of is this supporting my body or is it harming my body, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and
Yes.
talking about awareness, we do have a video on awareness, so you
Da
might
da da
want to check
da.
check it out.
Check it out.
Um, yeah, and then gosh, I think I lost what I wanted to say.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so we just before we started, I realized, which is, like the awareness, the depth of everything that is, that right now we have summer, right? Okay, summer, everything that's happening, all the nutrients that are growing in our gardens, all that good stuff, supporting us, teaching us that we need to support ourselves. And then all these organs being um, stronger to do this. And actually, what's interesting, and it seems kind of like the astrological events are also supporting that particular thing, because the organs that we were talking about in early summer, right, was like the small intestine, the heart, the
Hmm.
bladder or gallbladder. I don't remember exactly. And then right
It
now we're,
was definitely heart and small
Mhm,
intestine. Those
yeah,
two were the main things that we
in
were
the
discussing. But
early
that's,
summer.
yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then now we have, like Dorotka said, pancreas, spleen, and I have here lymphatic system as well. Um, but everything that's happening right now, we just had the Lionsgate. We just had a full moon. There's some planetary alignment happening. Right before that, we were getting a lot of information about timeline collapsing. Everything's becoming focused. Everything is, we gotta make a decision now. It's gotta be a good decision. Everything is making us do exactly what we gotta do to stay close to our heart, and that really aligns with all these organs and the summer and stuff. So it seems like all these things that are happening at different season, it's all aligned. It's all there to help us actually move through this, so we have to
Absolutely.
pay attention to it's just amazing, like how everything is connected,
I
Wow.
know. I know.
Amazing.
And it's
We have support
even,
people like cosmic, not ending in this house. It's woo going far away.
yes. And then even if we don't, sometimes is when we pay too much attention and go too deep to things, we get lost because there's always something new to discover.
Mhm.
Down the spiral we go and we get lost in space. But I realized that if we are, most of us are in tune in the nature of our planet, and our planet is in tune with the universe. Everything is like that web. It's from the smallest web that we create in our personal life to the community, to our planet, and then to the universe. Everything is connected. There are links. It's just we may not be aware of those links. But then we have moments like we had right now, me and
I love
Sabina.
and I love it. And this takes me to the earth, right? Okay. Do you accept the fact that you are here? If you don't, you might have some issues with your pancreas. And pancreas is something that has to do with people who are dealing with, let's say, diabetes and some other illnesses. But I wanted to mention that because like Dorota just beautifully described. I love it. There's links, and we start here. We got to be grounded here to get further.
Yes.
We got to go through the energies that are here to get to our ancestral cosmic links, lineages, ancestors, all that stuff. It starts here through eating the plants, through connecting with the roots that we have here. So if you don't accept the fact that you're here, and one of the emotions that you're feeling is not wanting to be here, um, you're kind of telling your body, your spirit that you don't want to be here. And I remember the first time somebody told me this, and they said, like, you will leave. So it's
Hmm.
serious, if you wake up and you're like, I don't like this life. And I've been there. Like, I remember, times when I felt like this, and it's just important. And I wanted to share this story of somebody who's very dear to my heart, and had a dream with a Native American chief that we used to know, who's not here with us anymore. But the chief came in a dream and took his hands and kind of like put them inside the person's body where the s- solar chakra, solar plexus chakra is, and that's where the pancreas and the spleen, all these
Mm-hmm.
organs are. He put those his hands in there and asked the person, "Do you want to be here?" And that was, I'm not quite sure, but probably like a few months before the person found that he is dealing with diabetes.
Yeah.
So, whoa,
Our
that
life is our
was
choice,
crazy.
right? We
Yes,
came
it's a
here by
choice.
choice. And even life gets challenging, it gets tough. And I realized through so many challenges, and it doesn't come like in a split of second. It didn't for me. For some of you, maybe, but it didn't for me. Asking for support, asking for support of your guides, your guardians, your angels, the divine force, Mother Earth. She communicates with us.
Mm.
She is the one that grounding space where we put our roots. We when we ask her, hold me, that's what I do. Hold me, please. I
Mm.
even now get chills on my legs when
I
I think
love
about
it.
it.
So sweet.
Hold me, please. I need your
Oh,
support.
mama, hold me. Yeah.
Yes, it's like mother, exactly. Embrace me, hold me. But finding that force that agrees internally with you and asking for support, a friend, a family member. Sometimes we feel so isolated that we don't feel comfortable asking family for help. But and then like I said, if you don't feel like that, then find that support in the nature, in your divine space.
And that means that you're
You're
separated
not
from
alone.
yourself. But it
We
means
are
that
not
you're
alone.
separated from yourself too, right? Like if you don't
Exactly.
know how
Yeah.
to be connected on the outside, you are disconnected on the inside and you don't feel
Yes.
connected. That's a huge
Yeah.
um,
For me, being grounded was always challenging because of all that was happening in my life. And I felt better disconnected because I didn't have to feel. But to live and to bring anything into this life, we have to be grounded. And Sabine Caillou in that Polish version said that the spleen is connected to sweetness of life. If you don't feel sweetness of life, you feel disconnected. And I have created affirmation that really fit with me to kind of like encase more than just one thing. My life is a big honey pot, golden and sweet.
mm,
Now, affirmations don't work for everyone. And for me, the affirmation is working only when I feel it. It won't work for me if it's just something I say and don't believe in it. So, whatever you work with, find the resonance in the message or in the thing that you are doing.
mm. Nice. Okay, and I also wanted to add to the pancreas, the other emotion is betrayal. And those two, when you think about it, they do link.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if you're on a planet in a place where you feel like you've been betrayed, you can't trust others, then you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be because you have if you don't
Mm-hmm.
feel that you want to be here. So betrayal is and it's a fear of betrayal, and you that's when you have to really work hard on the forgiveness and forgiving and forgetting, not forgetting, forgiving. And then
Yes.
it's about the trust. So the betrayal, the opposite of the betrayal is the trust. It's like, do you trust yourself? Do you commit to the decisions that you make, or do you commit to the heart's voice, heart's
Mm-hmm.
desires? Like that trust starts with you. And accepting the truth. And I mean, whatever it is. And we also have a video on a topic of the shadows. And it's, I believe, in the spring, right? It's in the spring, some
Yes.
spring.
Yes. Late spring.
So so those also connect. Understanding the other person. Let's say if you were betrayed, that person had a reason, whatever reason that was, like everybody has their own reasons, but just accepting all the truth, and then that goes to the shadows because there's truths or there's things that we did that we don't want to see, that we feel ashamed of, that we blah blah, and those are our shadows. Those are the things that are hiding. They don't want us to see. So, you have to accept like everything that happened in life and just have that stuff surface for yourself. So yeah, that's true. Pancreas, not wanting to be here, and fear of betrayal. And for those who use oils, not wanting to be here would be citrus fresh. When it comes to young living, oils, and forgiveness for the fear of betrayal.
Yes. Obsession also connects with spleen.
Okay, so spleen next. Okay, spleen. And spleen is the one that what helps us produce the yellow bile.
It helps to produce the blood, and it's connected to the vessel that connects um, the reproductive with
Mhm.
digestive.
So what, pancreas produces the bile? I don't remember. No, gallbladder produces the bile, but
Yes.
they work together. Okay. All right. So spleen. What do you have on spleen, honey?
Spleen. Spleen is that little organ that, if it's not working properly, it's totally gonna mess up our stuff. It's connected with pancreas. It's on the same meridian, works on the same meridian. And where's my spleen? We have to get some notes because there's so much information for summer. I think has the most organs because
Mhm.
this is the time when early summer is the fire, so we are in that motion of creating. Then late summer is where we starting to transition from producing to harvesting into the fall. So um so spleen balances our energy, mental clarity, steady metabolism. Um, like I said, is connected with the pancreas. And
Good.
opposite organs are pituitary, thyroid, and adrenal, like I mentioned at the beginning. To have that organ working properly, there is another one that it's signalizing, hey, it's time to work, to do this or to do that. Um, and emotion is obsession here. Um,
Being obsessed with things.
obsessed with things, yes,
Mm.
like we roll into, like I was saying about going down the spiral. We catch on something and we digest and digest and
Get
digest and
stuck.
digest, and it's done, but we go back and we're like, no, I have to blah blah blah, and keep pulling those strings from the back to the front, from the back to the front, and not allowing ourselves to let go of things.
And things are not being let go of our intestines, and they sit there.
Exactly.
Um,
Undigested stuff that it's staying in our physical body.
yeah,
It's doing what?
not
It's
not very good stuff.
toxins. It's releasing
Toxins.
toxins into our body, just like
And it's
toxic
the
thoughts.
thoughts. Yes,
Yes.
toxic thoughts that
Emotions.
we're creating because we are being kind of negative about it.
Mm-hmm.
So for spleen, the emotions that are weakening your spleen, one of them is being dishonest. Okay, so just be not being honest with yourself. You're saying you feel like one thing, and then you're talking with somebody and you want to please the person or whatever the reason is, and you're going against your own word. So it's being, dishonest with yourself. And then another one is feeling guilty. Okay, so yeah, we will feel guilty if we're not going to be honest with ourselves, and we kind of get ourselves into those situations. So it's like you're gonna get what you deserved, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
blaming yourself. So being guilty, feeling guilty is blaming yourself for certain situations, certain choices. So that's why you got to be honest
I
with
think this
yourself.
one is the most challenging to get rid of. I feel like this is like uh, the guilt for something. Sometimes it's not even your fault, but because it hits close to home, it's like you keep rolling in it
Right.
instead of just saying, okay, that's it.
because it spirals out. It's like I
Yes.
think you begin being dishonest with yourself, and first it starts in your field, but then that spirals out, it grows, and then you see it on the outside. And then, I mean, like, even with some clients, I sometimes talk and they're like, they created or recreate this um, just field of dishonest people who are being dishonest with themselves and with others. And you kind of created like this environment that you live in. And how are you going to fix this? It's
Mm,
hard. It's like it's everywhere you look, but it's in your face. It's kind of showing up. So there's a repercussion. Like you will get what you deserve.
mm-hmm.
You can't really feel guilty about it or blame yourself because I mean, just face the truth. Like, okay, I've created this, and I gotta now I undo this and just follow my heart. And um, yeah,
Spleen
and
doesn't like cold. That much I know. If
okay,
you are vegan, one thing. If you are raw vegan, be careful where your spleen is. I've been
it hot
in the
spaces.
past, I did raw vegan diet, and that messed up my spleen. My body and my spleen did not like that, but I was forcing myself because I was at the beginning feeling good
Mhm.
because my weight was in a range that I was happy with. I was feeling the energy. But when the winter came and time for something warmer, I did not support my body with that. And my spleen bailed on me. And now the emotions that attach to spleen and a spleen meridian, very often I see my spleen and spleen meridian talking to me like, lights up, I need it. Lights up, I need your attention. I need your attention. So
Yeah,
if you are trying to raw vegan diet, please pay attention to your spleen and make sure that, like today, in Texas, it's hot and my AC is not working. What do I want? I want cold water, iced water. Well, guess what? My spleen doesn't want that. My
Mhm.
spleen doesn't like that. Even though it's hot, I still need to stay with room temperature water.
Right.
Otherwise, my body is reacting to it.
Yeah, and it's again the Chinese traditional medicine. That's the same,
Yes.
yin and yang. Yes. Okay. Yeah, good point. Um, and the last emotion for the spleen, ungratefulness. Not
Yes.
being grateful, not seeing the good things in your life, not
Yeah.
seeing that sugar in your life. I think that's when I mentioned it. Like you don't see
Yes.
good things, and so it means you're not a very positive person, maybe. So pay
Yes.
attention to that and be aware of those things. Yeah. And
Not
we have a
seeing the
video
little
on
things.
gratitude.
Yes.
So
That big
there's some
honey pot,
supporting.
big honey pot, make it juicy, make it sweet, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing the little things. I think very often when you ask a lot of yourself, you omit those little things that you do for others and those little things that you have in life. Like simple things, like water, like roof over your head.
Yeah.
You think it must, nothing must. Nothing must. As we get things working for things very hard to have a house, to have everything in our house, everything can be lost in a split of second. There's a lot of events in life that can take it away like this.
Yeah.
Something breaks in a house, your AC doesn't work, and it's a chain of events. And that's the lemons we are talking about. There's a lot of things. Your car breaks down. You can't get to your work. You take things for granted. And I'm not saying that car is a little thing, but those are the things that we think, oh, it is, and there's no other way around it. It must be, right? But
Yeah.
nothing
So
must be.
so even if we don't know how to be grateful, be grateful to your car. Like every day you go into the car and start practicing that. One
Oh,
thing a
I
day,
love my Nissan,
you know.
my beautiful car.
Beautiful car, my lovely bed, my amazing toothbrush, anything, I mean, anything. Just start with these simple things, and remember that, you create with your thoughts, and universe is listening. And if how is it gonna send you something that you don't see as a good? Like if you're gonna
Right.
s- think it, speak it, say it, um,
Yes.
I'm grateful for this. It's gonna be like, oh, you're grateful for this. Okay, I'm gonna send you
Yes.
something to be grateful about. And when you think, oh, I'm sad about this. Oh, okay, send you something to be sad about. It's like you make
Mhm.
your choices. So be
Yes.
really aware of what you're sending out there. It's listening all the time.
Yes. If you have issues collecting what you can be grateful for, start from the very first thing that happens to you,
Mm.
breath. You breathe, grateful for your life. You have a voice. Not everybody can speak.
No.
There are people who use sign language, and there is something to be grateful for too, because they can use sign language, because somebody discovered a way to communicate in a different way. You have a bed that you sleep in. So when you wake up in the morning, you have that bed. Be grateful for it. You have nice sheets on a bed. You have a blanket. You go to the bathroom. You have a toilet. You have water. You have soap. You have toothbrush. You have toothpaste. You have shampoo. You
Yeah.
have lotion, essential oils,
Yeah.
magical things.
And legs and arms and eyes,
Exactly. We
everything.
mentioned that before in Young Living convention. There was a man, I can't remember his name, but he didn't have his
Legs
legs,
from his
knees
knees
down, right?
down. And
I
the
could
hands.
not tell that he didn't have his legs.
Oh
He
my
was
God.
walking back and forth on a stage, talking about his story, how he was getting dressed on his own. And it was so challenging, but he did it. But all this time, I was watching him, and at some point, I forgot he doesn't have those legs
Yeah. He
because he
was an
still was
amazing.
doing.
I remember that moment. I
Yeah,
remember I was there too, actually. That's
it
that's
was amazing.
the one that I went for. Yeah, it was well. Yeah, I had like a I don't know. We were sitting there with my cousins and just inhaling oils, and everybody has their
Hmm.
little pouch of oils, and we were just switching the pouches, inhaling, inhaling. And I think I went through some kind of a release. I was like at that moment when we were watching him because he had a very challenging life. His
Yeah.
parents made him do things. They didn't make it easy on him. He customized the car. He could drive the car. Like he was doing everything
Mhm.
and more than
Yes.
people who have a healthy body do. And I was just bawling. It was so touching. I will never forget that.
Yes.
It was
And
amazing.
because of him, there was other stories coming out. I remember the story about the girl who had similar issues, and in her house, she was not allowed to say "I can't." That was removed from the family vocabulary. There was nothing like that existed. Nobody was allowed to say that "I can't."
Hmm.
There's I don't say hard, I say challenging, because when I say hard, I see like this huge stone in front of me. When I say challenging, I see these bricks that I can take one by one down and remove the wall and move on. So I change my vocabulary to what it
It's an energy.
does,
Mhm.
the energetic rise, right?
Yeah.
And it works for me. So
Yeah.
don't
So
say you can't.
paying
And
attention to our words, very important
exactly,
because
exactly.
we make magic with those. All
It
right.
is
Okay.
magic.
Do you want to say something because you have stomach also, right?
Um, well, stomach is that big pot that we throw everything
Okay.
in.
So we did touch up
Yes.
on that. Okay. So
Yes.
I have lymphatic system, and there's I guess three parts to the lymphatic system. And what lymphatic system is that the pathways in which all the good stuff flows, the white blood cells and like all that good stuff flows in there. So there's lymphatic nodes, and that emotion that weakens that is the being left behind emotion.
Mm.
So it's us not being able to move forward, like we're holding ourselves back from moving forward. Another word that's a little bit more negative to describing that emotion is feeling jealous. And
Mm.
when we talk about, and actually all the three here are kind of connected together, and it's not us really paying attention to our path and our road and where we are personally going, but it's looking around at the other people and comparing ourselves and trying to be better than the other, blah 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 blah. So it's not a very positive, nourishing situation. Oil, lemon is one of the greatest oils, you guys. It's like
It
for
is so
11
simple,
emotions.
so affordable,
Yeah, it's
so out
amazing.
there.
Yeah.
And if you can't get to the oil, take the skin, the peel of lemon, and just squeeze it. You can see that oil coming out and the
The
smell.
rhyme. Hmm.
Everybody who ever used lemon knows that. So
Yeah,
you
very
can do
good.
that.
Amazing. Yes.
Yes.
So then next one, lymphatic valves. Um, the emotion is being competitiveness. So if you feel that within you, if you feel that if there's somebody on outside of you who is, doing whatever they're doing and it's touching you, and if you feel like they're doing better than you or whatever, again, you're comparing yourself. Again, you're not focused on your path. Your path is not the same as the other person's path. Let them do their thing and you focus on your thing. So you got to focus on growth. And if you feel that's, like comparing yourself, that's ego. It's like it's creating this tag of war between you and the other person. And it's not that's not what we want. You have your own path. Um, and then that oil for that is Dreamcatcher. And
Ah,
Dorotka is doing a workshop on a Dreamcatcher. She'll tell you later when we're done.
yes. We'll talk
And
about a few things that we have for you guys at the end of the podcast. So stay with us.
yes,
Very exciting.
right, accent. So the app like the reinforcing in gosh, I lost the word. Okay, something to tell yourself to get through that feeling of competition is I excel. So maybe you had parents who were comparing you with your brother or sister. Maybe somebody else was comparing you and you kind of brought that on and you're trying to, get yourself stronger and you're becoming competitive, but it's it's not really moving forward. It's like I said, the tug of war. So telling yourself I excel and allowing and giving yourself permission to move forward freely, disconnecting from any links and lines and cords that you have on the outside that you might be creating towards these people when you get into that tug of war with them. Dissolve that. I excel. I'm moving for myself, for my own path, for my own heart.
So
And
the other thing here, the lymphatic system is not only to bring in, but also remove. So if you're having issues with certain emotions, remember that detoxification, you have to move the lymph into your heart, that pump that takes it all out. So if you bring your emotions or being aware of your thoughts are, if you are feeling all that jealousy and you compare yourself, bring it to your heart and let your heart show you what it is and where the source of that feeling or that thought exists in you. Kind of like, let me understand what's going on here. I can feel it, but when did it start within me and why do I feel like this? Finding the root of what is going on within us. And that's heart will help you to see through your heart.
yes, and actually I'm gonna add something to this. So the thought that Dorotka just brought in, she is doing these meditations and she takes you on this journey, and exactly that. That's why she said what she said. It's kind of like her specialty. She's good at it. So she takes you on a journey and she takes you into that place and in that space, in that timeline to kind of feel what happened, all of that stuff. So that's what she's
Follow
referring to.
the thread.
Yeah, she's helping you find the thread. And then the last one is lymphatic congestion. So things are getting sticky and stucky
Mm.
and stuff. And then the emotion is feeling depleted. And now think about it.
Mm.
When you're comparing yourself, when you're competing with others, when you're feeling that you're left behind, you're getting depleted. It's like such a draining
It's a workout.
situation, right? Yeah,
It's a workout.
it's a draining situation trying to do whatever you're doing with others. Like you're not, it's like maybe you don't even believe that you have free will. Maybe, there's a lot of things that you can take a look at. So
Yeah.
when you feel depleted, go to the garden, eat some veggies, do something that nourishes you. When you're feeling depleted, you're not really nourishing yourself. So you're having negative, draining thoughts. Change your thoughts. See positive things. Bring in good things.
On that note, if you want to be like somebody else, think about the shoes that you are wearing. Do you really want to wear somebody else's shoes?
Nah.
Like, where is it going to fit? You have to wear your own shoes. And if you want to put somebody else's shoes on the top of yours, well, great.
Somebody
If those
else's
shoes,
stinky shoes.
yeah,
Like,
well,
think about it. They're probably stinky.
well, they have their own life experiences and challenges. That's why
That's
they
what I
got to
mean.
the place where they are at.
Yeah.
So if they have big shoes and you feel like, oh, that's a big shoes to fit in or to fill in, you can probably put your shoes together with your feet into their shoes. But how heavy it is to carry
Yeah.
somebody else's legacy onto yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
unfair to you and it's really out of place. So
That's
think about
great.
it. You don't want those other shoes on your feet.
And we
And
gotta remember that we live in times where there's just so many visuals. We see pictures on Facebook, this, but you know what? Do we really know everything? Do we
no.
really know what that person goes through? It's just by
Mm-mm.
seeing on the outside. And remember, you're looking through your own lenses, so you're only seeing what you get triggered with to see. Like you don't see the other things. And believe me, everybody carries their own cross. It's like everybody deals with something.
Yeah.
So, you have your own thing that you got to deal with and trying to be something or somebody else is not going to help you heal. It's
Yes.
actually it's a distraction. So like all this stuff that we see on the outside is a distraction. Oh, this is happening there. Oh, this cataclysm is happening there. These are things, yes,
Yes.
not things that you want to have happen in the world, but if you really plug into those things, it's a distraction. You're not focused on your own
Yes.
path. So
And
when
we all have our unique thing about us, like everyone. There is no one person that doesn't have something special about them. We all come here to this plane to bring something unique. We
yeah,
all have it.
yeah,
So concentrating on what's unique about you, who are you? And it may take time. It did take time for me. And even though people around me were telling me, oh, you this, you that, I'm like, okay, whatever.
depends
Sometimes I
how
was feeling
stubborn we
like,
are, right?
don't talk to me, don't tell me what I have. I don't see it. And it's frustrating. But yeah. Talking about special things.
Yeah.
How was that camp, Sabinka? The painting and the drumming and all that?
Well, that camp actually will take place on the retreat that we're going to be doing. This one did
Oh,
not,
yeah,
this
that
one did
that
not
that
yet.
one workshop. Yes.
Yes. So we're finishing with our late summer information, and we're going to jump into the events that are going to take place. And one of them is a workshop that I kind of was invited to through Dorotka, and it's happening in April, right?
Yes, next
So
year.
it's a lot of time. It has to do with essential oils, and I will be doing a workshop with oils. So it's going to be like a meditation with the oils, getting in touch with our heart, with the drumming, finding the beat of our heart. And it's going to be a very simple one, but it's about tapping into our heart and starting painting whatever comes through. So it's not about the outcome of your painting and what it's going to look like. It's about the information that your spirit is wanting to show you on a piece of paper. And then after that comes, and I'll have some examples, like let's say 3 examples of what it might like look like, or because when we are blocking ourselves, it's hard for our hands to just do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the key thing is to get to that place.
Mm-hmm.
It's the experience. It's about, okay, am I
Letting go of control, right?
right? right, am I scared to paint this? What is that gonna mean? Blah, blah, blah. It's just like being in complete free flow and allowing yourself to just let it flow. And then at the end, I'll have a little brochure that will point you to how to read your information and what to seek more guidance. So it's like your guidance
Okay,
of,
let's not sell everything. Let's leave some. Let's leave some. I'm not gonna tell you too much about what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you this. This is aromatherapy retreat that's happening every year, and started from only being open for those who were certified clinical aromatherapy practitioners, which I am. And it expanded to everyone who loves oils and loves self care. And 100% of what we are doing is to learning about how we can take care of ourselves and through that take care of our families. Mine is going to be presentation with elements. There is going to be a lot of heartfelt sharing. It is the 10th one, 10th aromatherapy retreat. So it's a round number.
wow,
It's very special event for me because I have not missed one. I've been there from the birth and I'm going to be in this one.
really?
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
Yes. Yes. So
And
it's
it's taking place in Illinois. What's the town? The
it's
city?
Oregon,
What is
Oregon,
it?
Illinois.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
in a beautiful park, very close to the nature on a hill. Looking down, you have a river across the street. Park has a lot of wildflowers. There are trees.
Mhm.
Um, it's just
Beautiful.
very, very grounding. The food is good.
Yeah.
Place is nice. We have nice space for the class. The classroom is really nice. I'm not sure how Kate is going to do it this year, if we're going to have practitioners sharing their talents. But Kate tries to bring in something new for every retreat. So this retreat, I thought that I love drumming. And we had, last year, we had Sherry drumming, and it was amazing. Being in a nature through drumming, connecting with our ancestors. My project was the dream catcher that came to me from walking in a nature and communicating with nature. The ancestor just spoke to me, and I was just taken by it. And my workshop that it's happening August 14, 15, and 16, my own version of the dream catcher and modality that kind of grew around the dream catcher with that. I sort of really received blessing from Cherokee lady. She's 92 years old, beautiful lady. She's still doing her dream catchers. She said, "Oh, I was so proud because she said, "Oh, you took something that existed and you put your own thing on it. That's very smart." That's very smart, says
That's good.
Paulina, 92
Yeah.
years old, Cherokee. I hope I'm
Big.
pronouncing that right. She corrected me a few times.
Very nice. Blessing from an elder. Very nice.
Yes, yes. So
And
if you
you're
guys
doing,
are
yeah.
interested, we're gonna post the link to the retreat to register. I'm not sure if the deals are still open for, but there's a payment plan that you also can do, and the details and everything. It's coming from Kate, so I don't want to say that this is exactly what it is, but we'll post the links, and you can, if you're interested, register, and we will see you there. And the two of us and many more amazing women, Nancy with her qigong, and Kate is like this essential Bible. She's the aromatherapy instructor. She was my instructor, my teacher. It just a lot of amazing people coming in. Not all of them are practitioners. Some of them just come because they love the community we created. They love the self-care, always learn something new, making the connections. It's amazing. We had bonfire, we had rituals, and I will have community ritual also. I have three things that I'm preparing for us. Like I said, attached to elements, to our beautiful planet, and to our hearts and her heart. So, warmly inviting you to the retreat, to our events, mine and Sabinka's, and connect with us. At the end of this podcast, there's always our websites and where you can find us. If this is something that is resonating with you, and I just want to add from myself that whatever we say in here, it's always our approach, how we see the things. It's not always the book thing that, yes, we do prepare for this one and want to have semi information that it gives you the basic, but everything around that spin on things, how we see it, it's our own. It's our own. This is how we see things moving in season. So, Sabinka, anything from you?
Beautifully said. You summed it all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, and see you in our next episode. It may be surprise episode. We'll think of something, right? We were talking roots.
Roots. Yeah, roots are
Yes.
good. All
There's
right.
a lot about roots. It's
Yeah.
the roots that we hold in the ground in this life, the roots that we came from, our family tree roots, and our galactic families roots. There's a lot of roots that we are connected to, right?
Yes. Yes. Thank you
Stay
so much.
rooted. Stay
Thank you so
rooted.
much for listening.
And
And
see you
we,
next time.
yeah,